So, what we're doing today, I've got this nasty oil leak from where it's got instant gasket on the sump. And it's not sealing, it's not good enough, so I've managed to find another sump gasket. I'm going to do it properly. So we've drained the oil out again into there, and we're going to drop the sump, take the sump off the parts bike, and make sure it's all completely clean, nice flat surface, and then we're going to put the proper gasket on, button it all up, and hopefully that'll be it for leaks. And then once the leaks are done, we can start tarting all this up. All this has got to be tightened up. We've got to secure this. We're going to paint all the radiator, all the cracks and stuff on it. We're going to sort the whole front of the bike out, get rid of all the water leak damage kind of which is remaining on it, paint it all up, button it up, and then hopefully by tomorrow I can put all the front clip back on. All this is completely straight now. We checked it with spirit level, it's all done. We'll clean all this up, start putting the fairings on the front and on the sides, maybe with belly pan as well, and I know it's all clean and that's all fine. Yeah, things like all this has got to be rubbed down. I'm just going to paint it. I'm only going to do it visually. I'm not going to do a complete strip on this bike because I want it to show its age in some respects. But yeah, it just all be cleaned up, and then it will be to button up the exhaust pipes. So the pipes are in place. They're not connected to the headers yet, so when I start it I am winding people up. But yeah, get these connected. They're just resting there at the moment, and leave away so we can still take the silencers off if need be. I've got to do the air filter as well. I'll change out and check it at least. I know it's rusty. The previous owner told me it's rusty, but I've got one off the parts bike which is better, which I'll clean through and do. Yeah, so then hopefully we'll have the fairings on, and it'll start looking more like a bike, because my plan is to still get it for an MOT in a month or so. I need to work on the brakes. They're binding slightly, so I'll just service the brakes and check all the slide pins and things. I'll check the bearings as well and the wheels and so forth. But yeah, it's definitely getting there. It's bank holiday at the moment, so we're on May bank holiday, so it's good because I actually get 2 days to work on it when I'm not at work. But it will be nice. Still starting perfectly. It runs perfectly, even ticks over. It's very good like that. It sometimes starts better than my phaser does, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy that we've buttoned up fuel leaks, but I still need to get another fuel pipe. I don't really trust that fuel pipe. It's quite thick, and there is a few drips there. It does look like a bit of dampness down there. If that focuses, just in there you can see it's wet. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'll get a proper pipe for it. It's a bit thick, it is crimped, but it's not affecting it. It still revs high, not a problem. Oh, hello spider. But yes, that's the current situation with it. But yeah, give us a couple of seconds. Jay's just getting the sump pan off the other bike to see if that's better. It's just because the gasket was never removed properly the first time it was taken off, and people have just been using instant gasket. We thought we cleaned it as much as we could, but obviously it needs more. So yeah, I'll just wait for Jay to come back with the sump and we'll crack on with that. So I'm just going to drop the coolant so we can take the radiator off, to take the headers off, to get the sump off again. So most of that's gone on me, which I knew it would. Right.
I'm not laughing, you're laughing.
He's laughing.
It's having a wee.
I wouldn't mind, but that coolant costs like 20 quid for like a litre. Or whoa. Remember, always put coolant into a container, because to animals it smells sweet and they will eat it, or drink it rather.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make it sound like you're in a urinal and you're just finishing off.
We'll drain the reservoir as well at the back.
That's just.
So we get this out, and then my wife will start ringing me because it's dinner time, and we come back after that. Is that all of it?
Yeah. I'll leave the cap on the side because you're going to have to take it off anyway.
Cool. Right. Next step. So, my wife was having a nap, so I obviously used the kitchen sink to clean the oil pan. It looks really clean in here, it looks really good, but it's not going to be used. We're going to have to use the old one, because once I cleaned it up, I noticed, to me that looks like a bad JB Weld job around the sump plug there. All the fins have been snapped off or cut off for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, so I don't really feel confident using this one with that. So we're going to use the original pan. We're going to do some more fettling work on the surface of it just to get it fine. It's a shame because this one's really nice and smooth. It's very nice actually. But yeah, we've got the gasket there, and a spoon and a vice, don't ask questions, and coffee's on. So yeah, back to it. So I'm going to hold my hands up to this, sorry about the focusing. When we put this sump back on, we used instant gasket, and it was getting a bit tiring because we've been trying to drill that bolt out for the water pump for so long, trying to get that in. But when we put it in, we rushed it, and I've just found, like, look at all this gasket left around the bottom of the engine. We thought we had got most of it off, but obviously we got nowhere near what we needed off. Yeah, so I'm going to try and scrape all this off, and we can do it all properly with the gasket. I am still going to use a tiny sliver of gasket seal, just in case I chip the block at all when taking the old gasket off. So I'm just going to use that as protection. But once the sump off, all looks clean in there. Make sure all the sump is clean. I'll show you the sump. Let me get back up in a second off the floor. So I've got this on very well. It looks proud. It's not. That's all perfectly soft now. I don't want to rub this too far, but that's to me that's fine. But it's all very clean in now. I have wiped off obviously the oil out, but the bits I got off it which were left is horrendous. Jay's over there tightening up the radiator, giving it a bit of liquor paint and stuff. So yeah, we're getting there. So, if you can hear me, that's the content. It's a bit noisy still, so it's on the exhaust. But we've buttoned it all up, redone the water, put all new Jubilee clips on the pipes, cleaned it up, all the headers on, just tried all the fairing back on, all the lights, and it all seems to be working quite well. Really want to get those pipes sorted, and then soon it will be paint. It does sound a bit spicy. Running fine, ticking over fine, lovely. So, just here thinking, does anyone give their bikes names? You know, just a name you give it, a bit of encouragement when you're overtaking a car or something like that, you know. Just to give it me encouragement. Because my 23-year-old Phaser has got a name. It's Faye. Obviously, because it's a Phaser. You know, and that's when I give it words of encouragement when overtaking and stuff like that. Don't need to, but you just do. But, you know, it's a Phaser. She's Faye. She's, you know, my little girl. She's alright. She's only a little 600, but the CBR, it's a bit bulkier. It's a bit more of a guy, isn't it? So I was thinking, what name do I give it? And I can't help but feel that with the part bike, all the parts we put on this from the parts bike, it's kind of not, it's not the same bike, but it is. And then, I don't know if you all know British comedy sitcom years ago, Only Fools and Horses, Trigger had the same broom for 20 years. Had God knows how many different heads and God knows how many different handles, but it was still the same broom. So I'm thinking Trigger. Yeah, CBR's Trigger. Trigger. Faye.
Maintained it for 20 years. This old broom has had 17 new heads and 14 new handles in its time.
How the hell can it be the same bloody broom?
The ninja, his strength and swiftness have become legend. Yet even the ninja knows all things must hide from the hurricane. Hurricane Honda. It will come in the spring of the new year.